Neil Young, the iconic singer-songwriter with a legacy as resonant as his music, finds himself entangled in a chilling premonition. A dual citizen of the United States and Canada, Young, at 79, faces the unsettling prospect of being barred from his own country, a nation he's fiercely defended and passionately critiqued, upon his return from a European tour later this year. His crime? Years of outspoken dissent against the Trump administration. The specter of potential detention, even imprisonment, hangs heavy in the air. In a poignant and unsettling post on his website, Neil Young Archives, the musician eloquently articulates his fears, painting a vivid picture of a potential nightmare. Barred or put in jail to sleep on a cement floor. This isn't the whimsical lyricism of a protest song. This is the stark reality of a man who has dedicated his life to artistic freedom and now finds that freedom potentially threatened by the very nation he calls home. His apprehension isn't born from paranoia. It's rooted in recent, disturbing events. A disturbing trend has emerged, casting a long shadow over international travel to the United States. Individuals, many with no prior criminal records, are being detained and deported upon arrival, often on vaguely defined or entirely unspecified visa issues. However, a pattern is undeniably emerging. A significant portion of those affected have a history of criticizing the Trump administration, either publicly or through private communications that have somehow found their way into the hands of immigration officials. These instances aren't isolated occurrences. They represent a chilling pattern of potential political retribution. Young's long and storied history of outspoken opposition to Donald Trump provides a stark context to his present anxieties. His defiance began in 2015 when he vehemently opposed the then presidential candidate's unauthorized use of his iconic anthem, "Rockin' in the Free World," during a campaign rally. This opposition wasn't a fleeting moment of pique. Young followed through with a lawsuit, determined to prevent the misappropriation of his music for a cause he vehemently opposed. This act of defiance speaks volumes about his unwavering commitment to his beliefs and his willingness to stand up against what he perceives as injustice. The recent detentions of other outspoken critics only serve to amplify Young's concerns. The UK punk band, The Subs, and a prominent French scientist, both known for their public criticism of the Trump administration, experienced firsthand the chilling reality of arbitrary detention and denial of entry into the United States. These incidents are far from isolated. The government's actions also extend to foreign student activists who dared to express dissenting opinions. The severity of these situations is not lost on international observers. The prolonged detentions, some lasting weeks, with individuals even subjected to shackling, have prompted several European nations to issue updated travel advisories to their citizens. Denmark and Finland have issued specific warnings, urging caution for transgender and non-binary travelers, acknowledging the heightened risk they face. Germany, in a starkly cautionary message, emphasizes that a visa or entry waiver does not guarantee entry into the United States, highlighting the capricious nature of the current border control policies. The United Kingdom, too, has revised its travel advisory, explicitly warning that those found in violation of U.S. entry rules may face arrest or detention. Young's fear isn't simply about inconvenience. It's about the erosion of fundamental rights. It's about the chilling effect this unpredictability has on freedom of speech and the potential for political persecution disguised as immigration enforcement. It's a fear shared by many who have dared to voice dissenting opinions, a fear that underscores a growing sense of unease surrounding the exercise of basic freedoms within the context of U.S. immigration policy. The potential consequences, detention, imprisonment, separation from family and work, represent a significant and unacceptable infringement on personal liberty. This isn't just about a rock star's anxieties, it's about the chilling implications for anyone who dares to challenge the status quo. The arbitrary nature of these detentions casts a pall over the fundamental rights of individuals, raising serious questions about due process and the potential for political targeting. The situation highlights a troubling trend, a blurring of the lines between legitimate immigration enforcement and the silencing of dissent. The uncertainty and the potential for arbitrary detention create a climate of fear, effectively chilling free speech and discouraging open criticism of government policies. For Neil Young, a lifetime champion of freedom of expression, this represents a profound threat, not just to his personal liberty, but to the principles he has championed throughout his career. His fear is a warning, a call to attention, a stark reminder of the fragility of freedoms often taken for granted. The potential consequences, for Young, and for others who dare to speak truth to power, demand attention and action. The question remains, will the United States continue to allow such practices, or will it reaffirm its commitment to the fundamental principles of freedom and justice for all?